Money in the Bank is 11 days away. We have 2 matches to go over, so we'll go over them as quickly as we possibly can. First off, the rematch. Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. This is happening because Daniel Bryan and Big Cass were a part of a triple threat qualifying match for the final spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Samoa Joe won that match, therefore the feud must continue. It was interesting because Cass was on a platform much like the WWF days where Mean Gene would be interviewing somebody on a platform, most notably the Jake Roberts Randy Savage feud when both men were being interviewed on said platform to hype up a match at Tuesday in Texas because Savage was unsuspended or something, or suspended until that time. I have to remember. It was during that angle with the Cobra, and it was fucking great, but, you don't watch it as much, you don't remember. But, nonetheless, forget about the platform. That just, it was a literal platform during the interview process of where Cass announced the rematch. Just to get that in perspective. I don't know, because Bryan won clean, but Cass attacked him from behind, so the feud must continue in a way. But at that point, and it's not that Cass didn't have a bad match, it's that Cass, had to be carried through that match with Bryan. And of course, if you work with Bryan, you'll be good. And if not, he'll carry you through it, which is an incredible way of Bryan as a worker in general, but and as a wrestler in general too. But nonetheless, I don't know, because if Cass wins, we're gonna have a rubber match at SummerSlam potentially, unless there's a pay-per-view after Money in the Bank. Maybe the Great American Bash or something for July, I guess. I'm not 100% sure. That could be a thing. I don't know. But I'm going to say Bryan wins again, and this is the end of the feud, and then Cass goes on towards the world title, the U.S. title, or something like that. And speaking of titles, Seth Rollins defends the title, the Intercontinental Championship, against Elias. Elias is his first title shot ever. And Seth has held this title for a while now. Even if you look at the all-time Intercontinental title things, he's recently passed Ahmed Johnson, Ezekiel Jackson, and many other names, but those are the most recent ones as of late. But I don't know. These are harder ones this week because on one hand, Seth needs to hold the title for a while. I mean, he won it not that long ago, actually, so it would be wise to have him retain a couple more times, but he's going to have an open challenger every week, so that takes care of that part. But Elias is full of momentum. Elias is a great performer. Elias is a great musician, a great performer, a great wrestler. He could have some work a little bit, but he's overall very talented and very great, to where this crowd loves this guy. And, the Intercontinental title is the workhorse title. So I would put it on Elias if it wasn't Seth holding the title. I feel like Seth will retain, and then maybe Elias gets another shot at it down the road. But if you're going to do it, if you're going to put it on Elias, this would be the time to do it. Otherwise, maybe down the line, maybe. But, he's has so much momentum, he can't be stopped at this point. And with that, Money in the Bank is 11 days away. And we'll have maybe a few more matches. The Raw tag titles aren't on the line yet. Neither is the U.S. title, so at least there's those I know about. But for now, it's not that much time left. It's going to be a great card, great show, and we'll just see what happens.